Welcome to Valerian's 4-month update. Say hi, everybody. You say hi, Valerian. Say hi. Hi, guys. Valerian turned 4 months old on May the 20th. Y'all know I don't even know what month I'm in. Y'all probably won't see this until June 1st. But yes, Valerian she's embarking on the end of her second week as a 4-month-old. And so she is 4 months, 2 weeks old. And she is doing really well. We just had Valerian's 4-month checkup on last week. And Valerian is 25 inches long, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Probably between 24 25, I'm not sure. But she is exactly 14 pounds, 2 ounces. Yay! The pediatrician is really happy with her growth and her weight gain. If you're new to my channel, Valerian was born at 36 weeks and 3 days, weighing in at 4 pounds, 15 ounces. And at 4.5 months old, she is 14 pounds, 2 ounces. So she's doing really well. The pediatrician told me that she is now considered of average. She's considered average weight and height. And so that's pretty much good. I'm going to set her down really quick and I'll be ready. So Valerian's doing really well. So far, so good. And I know you guys I haven't done an official update with Valerian since she was a newborn, and I was struggling with her sleep because she is refusing to sleep in her pack and play. And so yeah, so we co-sleep. Valerian sleeps on one side of the bed and I sleep on the other side of the bed. And so I'm an extremely light sleeper, so I wake up at the slightest sound. I can even wake up if she's breathing considerably hard. So yeah, so there's no issue with, me rolling over on her because I don't sleep that hard to begin with. And my husband is sleeping on the couch currently with Viola. And that's where Viola is now. Viola is taking a nap. She is sleeping on the couch as well because she refuses to sleep in her bed. There you go. Right. She's refusing to sleep in her bed because she's developed this imaginary fear of bugs. And so she doesn't want to sleep in her bed. She doesn't want to sleep in her room. But ironically, she plays in her room with the door closed most of the day. So I'm not really sure what to do. And that's why it says an imaginary fear. Because if you can play in your room all day long with the door closed, but you won't go to sleep at night, I don't know. We're just rolling with it. At this point, you choose your battles when it comes to your kids. Valerian has been sleeping really well. She's still formula fed. We have not introduced food yet, baby food yet. My pediatrician advised me to wait until Valerian was 5.5 months to introduce baby food, and I think I may wait that long or maybe a little longer, because with Viola I did not start baby food with her until she was 7 months old because she had this really hysterical fear of the spoon. Every time I would put the spoon to her mouth, she would scream hysterically. And so it wasn't until she turned 7 months where she just opened her mouth and just started eating the baby food. And so the same way that I did with Viola, I'm going to make Valerian's baby food, because no child is, that all children are special, but I want to give Valerian the same homemade baby food that I did with Viola. as well. And so yeah, Valerian is sleeping between 5.5 to 6 hours in between feedings, and so which is fantastic. As you can see, I'm fresh-eyed and bushy-tailed. She still sleeps a ton. I was actually telling my pediatrician that even though she's 4 months old, she still is sleeping all day like a newborn. She's not up for very long. The longest Valerian will be up is probably an hour and 45 minutes. If she's up past that time, she's gonna crash. Like a lot of times when we're out and about, like in the last vlog you guys saw that we went to the mall, she's kind of like forced to be up because there's so much noise. It's so loud in the mall, it's so loud in the food court. She can't really sleep in silence and in peace, and so she's forced to, look around. But when we got home, she completely crashed, and it was literally a wrap for her. We probably got home around 5:30. By 6 p.m. she was out, and she did not get up until 2 a.m. Okay? And so with Valerian, overstimulation and her being awake for long periods of time will cause her to like go into hibernation mode, which is fine with me. She's a great sleeper now. And yeah, so we did have some hiccups. It's not all roses and sunshine. Valerian had developed reflux, where she was like projectile vomiting her milk after every single feeding. It was coming out of her nose and mouth simultaneously, and it scared me to pieces. And so we had been going back and forth to the ER, and the pediatrician told me that it was reflux, and he suggested that if it continued that he would change her milk. But so far, literally after the visit with him, she just stopped with the vomiting. And so maybe I wasn't burping her all the way, I don't know what it was, but it was just like almost 2 weeks of her projectile vomiting. I don't know if she had a stomach bug or whatnot, but it's gone. Whatever it is, it's gone now. She takes her milk. She hardly burps. I don't know, maybe I should thank Dr. Brown's bottles for that, but she hardly burps. Or she'll just burp on her own, because I'll burp her for as long as I can, and then once I set her lay her down, she'll just put in a burp. I'm like, oh, okay, where'd that come from? So she just pretty much burps on her own. If we're comparing and contrasting, Violet had a considerable amount of hair at this age. I was actually starting like putting ponytails in her hair. Valerian's hair is considerably shorter. It's just a short little curly fro, which is fine with me. She don't need hair. I just, slap a hair bow on her and we go about our business, honey. And so, but for the most part, Valerian is very laid back and easygoing baby. Like, her temperament is no high needs. Viola was super high needs. She still is very, very high needs child, but she was a high needs baby. Valerian is a polar opposite of high needs. Here, Passy. She's a just complete opposite of how Viola used to be. Like, you feed her, change her, she'll sit and cool and grin, and now she's starting to talk. Not, what I mean by talking, but she'll just like coo. Lots of cooing and babbling. Oh, she'll just you feed her and change her, she is your best friend. Okay, she will sit, laugh, and giggle with you for as long as she can until she passes back out. And so she's really, 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 like, thank God she is such an easy going baby. She's a very, very good baby. And so yeah, so the next few months I am going to be working on getting her back into sleeping in her bed, in conjunction with getting Viola to sleep in her bed as well, because Viola's going to be 4 in July, at the end of July, and she starts all-day preschool in August. And so we need to start working on getting these folks back into their prospective sleeping place, so mommy and daddy can get back to our prospective sleeping places, because it's just we're completely separated. You know, my husband sleeps with Viola and I sleep with Valerian, and it's just like we try to be somewhere in the middle sometimes, but a lot of times it's like juggling. It's really juggling. So, but overall, she's doing really. You gonna show us your belly button? Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So. You tell everybody hey. You tell hey to the people. Okay, so this is her. This is what it is. Yeah, you see? It's it from the side, and that's pretty much it from the front. I don't know if y'all can see on top, but it's huge. It's really huge. It bothers me a lot, but it's better than an Emphalicil. So I mean, considering what it could have been, what they thought it was, I'm not complaining. But they will fix it when she's 4. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being a good sport, little baby. Alright guys, well, hope you guys enjoyed this, I can't talk. I hope you guys enjoyed this little update with Valerian. And if you did, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.